Hey guys, DJ here. This is episode number 42. Yesterday's episode was just me reminiscing about our camping in Bow Valley, which is the second time camping that season. Today's episode, I'm gonna tell you about an awesome story about our trip in Mclean Creek, which is an hour and a half south of Calgary, and this campground is beautiful. It's in the Kananaskis area where Elbow Falls. While in Mclean, we actually visited that awesome Elbow Falls. But yeah, no, our typical routine really when we're camping is that as soon as I pulled in, we try to organize everything as fast as we can because I want to enjoy that beer moment and just relax a little bit. Our week usually consists of a lot of scheduling around kids, around Mel's work or Melissa's work, my work as well. So there's a lot of hectic schedule. So I was talking to one of my uncles yesterday. He was telling me that, why are you still awake at 5 in the morning in Canada? And I'm like, I start my morning at 5 o'clock because I can't finish the things that I need to do if I don't start early. You know, like I woke up, I do my routine in the morning and then get the kids ready for their schools, drop off Albert, drop off Alice, and then go back and work some more and then pick them up. You know, there's a lot of moving parts as a parent here in Canada. I'm not that rich enough yet to actually hire a nanny or a full-time caretaker for my kids, which I'm probably not gonna do because I think I try my best to work hard so that we can sustain this kind of lifestyle. The other thing too is that Mel actually loves her career right now, and that I had so much respect on her, you know, taking care of the kids on the early days of our kids because she did took 3 years off, and it wasn't a joke actually trying to scramble around the schedule of the kids and making sure they're fed and they have clothes to wear, you know, they're safe and whatnot. So yeah, no, I just want to say that particular thing there. Just want to say thank you, Melissa, for all those awesome years. All I was thinking at that time was just finances and me working. Wasn't really thinking about much of the kids and taking care of them. And Melissa was the one, you know, doing all that job, and now it's switched. So Mel is focused on her career in that particular industry, in the poultry industry that she's working with, and me just focus on the kids and the business. So it's a bit switched right now, so we're experiencing both of the parent moment, and really happy for that. So yeah, just going back, reminiscing that Mclean Creek camping. Again, we started Friday afternoon after work, you know, just hook up the trailer and go. It's funny because at that time, usually Friday night is just us, family, the kids, Melissa and I, you know, just hanging around, you know, Albert just, you know, hanging out in the hammock, you know, just me drinking beer or whatever and just hanging around the fireplace as well. And then the next morning, it was a rainy morning actually at that time, and we're having breakfast. I just want to put a little clip here because sometimes when Alice wakes up, she doesn't wake up happy, and so she has a bit of an attitude towards everybody. So, but as soon as you give her sweets like the cookies, for example, you know, she's okay. Oreo. How many did you eat?
5.
5 Oreo?
Yeah.
One of the achievements on that camping as well is Alice actually biking on her own. So it was a proud moment for mommy and me to see Alice without training wheels and actually biking. Alice just turned 4 years old. When I first started biking, I was, I think, 10 years old already. So for a kid to start learning at 4 years old biking, that's a major achievement, and that's pretty cool. And then at that time too, it was our first time hiking as a family, so the kids went hiking with us as well. It was an hour hike, but I'm so proud of them because they actually finished it. And Alice was so tired that she really needed to find a bark and sit down and rest. You know, just the afternoon just went like that for the rest of the day. Just us hanging around in the campground and, you know, spend the majority of the day hiking. The rest of the afternoon, my parents again joined us because they can't get enough camping, these guys. Like, I mean, every time they know that I booked a site, they also want to arrange their schedules to be with us. So it was really amazing to camp with them because for years we as a family camped on a tent. I've never really convinced them to stay a night on a campground, but this time they actually was camping with us almost every week, and they just want to experience what we've experienced. You know, like, I don't know if they see the same enthusiasm when on our faces, and they want to experience that same awesomeness to see how we camp and how we experience all these things. And so my dad started bringing a small tent. So instead of actually sleeping in a trailer, they sleep, you know, in a two-person tent and just enjoy the night with the stars and whatnot. So that afternoon we actually went to Bow River. In the Bow River you will see the Elbow Falls. It was just an amazing experience because even though it's rainy, you know, we go out to this excursion, we actually experience, you know, all of a sudden the rain stops for some reason. Then when we go back from the excursion, you know, it started raining again. So I actually put a tarp over our fire pit so that we can, you know, enjoy the heat, the radiant heat of the fire pit that gets trapped in the tarp while there's rain. So fun fact, they actually call me a tarp man when I was camping in tent because, you know, I just fill all of our campground with tarps because one of my pet peeves really is just, you know, sleeping with a puddle beside you. Like, you know, one time we actually did have that experience where it was raining so hard and then all of a sudden water starts getting in. From that moment on, like, I really didn't take a chance, you know, experiencing that again. So ever since, I've just put tarp everywhere. So when I was doing this, you know, when I was setting up the tarp, you know, in the fireplace, I remember, you know, all those years that we've camped setting up a tarp. That's one of the first things that I do when I enter a campsite is to figure out where to place the tarp. So it was really nice. The cool thing about it is that even though it was raining, when the tarp is up, you know, you'll enjoy. Even the hammock actually has a little tarp with it, and so Alburn is just enjoying that little tarp right there. And you know, it's just chillaxing, I guess. And I just want to insert a little clip here for Alburn's impromptu song that he created out of nowhere, both for a night song and a day song. So I just want to run a complete clip on that just for, you know, for future reference purposes, and that when Alburn grows up, he'll remember this day.
In the night, sleep overnight. I always sleep over at night. At the night, I finish watching TV and I go back to sleep in bed. In the night, I eat dinner and stop. I go back to sleep. In the night, I go back and turn off every stuff and I go to sleep. I turn off all the stuff. I go to sleep. Now I go to sleep. I'm done.
Yay! And before I let go of this video, I just want to show you guys a little bit of the campsite tour. This was the very first time I did a vlogging thing because I was thinking of actually creating a YouTube video at that time. So I was practicing vlogging. So pardon me if my videos are a little shaky on this one, which they are most of the time. But yeah, here's the campsite tour of Mclean Creek. I just want to give you guys a quick tour of our campsite. Ready? There you go. So this is a campsite in Bragg Creek, Alberta. Oh, sorry, Kananaskis County, Alberta. So we just purchased a new trailer. It's a hybrid trailer, so half tent, half trailer. As you can see that pop up over there. This is our campsite last night. It was raining, so I put a little bit of tarp. This is where we eat, right? See, it's kind of messy. Okay guys, so that's it for this episode. Again, this is episode number 42. And thanks guys for watching this. For those of you who hasn't subscribed yet, please do, because it does help us content creators to create awesome contents. I hope you enjoyed this video. And for those who are supporting us already, thank you very much for continuing to watch this video. And I see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.